Hello everybody, it's me Heather, and today I have a little review for you. This is on the new Revlon ColorStay Gel Envy line. So I picked these up recently and a little over a week ago, and I've had these on for officially a week. And let me tell you about my experience. So first off, these are my natural nails. I actually broke my nail big time yesterday. So you know that these are my natural nails. I recently had gel overlays for quite a period of time, I think about 3 to 4 weeks, so allowed my natural nails to grow quite nicely underneath. So once I removed the gel overlays, these are my natural nails underneath. I wasn't able to salvage this one, so it's very short, and this one was very brittle, so it finally just broke off yesterday. But moving on to this actual nail polish. So wearing it on my natural nails, I applied it says here it has the color and the base coat. And this is not reading 100% true to color in my viewfinder. It's coming off a little bit more blue. This is the shade Showtime. It is actually a purple with purple and obviously some blue glitter in there. So whenever I try to photograph this or film this, it always looks super blue, but it's actually really pretty purple. Enough said. So it's supposed to have your color and your base coat in one. So I can't remember when I applied this if I put 2 coats or 3. I probably put 3 coats. And my reasoning behind that is I think of it as whenever I apply, my regular nail polish, I do a base coat, 2 to 3 coats of color, and then a top coat. So since this already has the color and base coat in it, I find a lot of times that Revlon nail polishes require, usually for me, about 3 coats. 2 coats, they are opaque, but then they dry down really, really, really thin. And that just bugs me. Some people know what I'm talking about. Some of you were like, what are you talking about? So, long story short, I usually use 3 coats when I do Revlon polishes, especially if it's something like this where it says it has the color and base coat in one, because I think of it as the first coat of color as the base coat. Then I do 2 more coats of color as your actual color coats. So I did, so I did 3 coats of this. And then here's the big one. The ColorStay Gel Envy Diamond Top Coat. I applied 1 coat of this, but I applied it very thick. And I think the trick with this, because I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about this, it almost put me off of trying this line. But I do like Revlon polishes, so I decided to try it for my own. When I applied this, I did apply 1 very thick coat, but I also capped the edges. So what I mean by that, for those of you that are like, what? I made sure that I also took the brush and just touched the very end of my nail so that it overlapped a little. Because I think that's usually the trick in why I haven't really experienced any chipping. Yes, I've had these on for a week, this nail polish on for a week. You can see the growth of my cuticles at this point. It's getting kind of gross looking. But I've not experienced any chipping. These are my natural nails. I just want to say that again. I have had a little bit of tip wear, but no actual chipping. So I've had really outrageously good results with this, and I'll definitely be getting more of these. I've seen the prices fluctuating. It just depends on where you pick them up at. They're starting to pop up at Walmart and Target, which is where they'll probably be the most affordable, but you'll be able to find them at any drugstore as well. And so I've seen the prices range from about $5 to $8 a piece. So it just depends on where you're picking up at. I really had, like I said, good results with this. I noticed that it did dry very hard. The dry time on this was really good. Even the color part, I remember this drying quite quickly because I wanted to make sure that when I used this, I didn't have nail polish transfer onto this since it's a clear base coat and you're going to be using the same, top coat. And you're going to be using the same top coat for all these different shades of nail polish. So I didn't want the top coat to get muddy with other colors. So I wanted to make sure that this dried thoroughly before, or dried, mostly before I put this on. And I had no problem with transfer onto the actual brush. Let's go ahead and show that to everybody. So as you can see, it's one of those double brushes that's pretty standard for Revlon nail polishes. But I noticed when I put the top coat on, this seemed to dry very quickly, which gives credence to my theory that this has some kind of, I'm not sure if polymer is the right word, but it has an ingredient in there that gets cured by sunlight, by natural UV light, which is why the bottle is black instead of a see-through bottle. It's protecting it from that natural sunlight so that it doesn't dry up in the bottle. But yeah, once I put this on my nails, this top coat, put it very thick, capped the edges, it dried, I want to say within like a few minutes. It was like, I remember I was watching TV because usually if I do my nails, I just check out. I'm like, okay, I'm going to be here for at least an hour to make sure these dry nicely. And I remember touching my nails, I think after like 10 minutes and being like, oh, these are completely dry. So, you know, it was kind of like I no longer had an excuse to sit and watch TV. My nails were officially dry. But of course I continued to go ahead and watch my episode of Doctor Who on Netflix. Anyways. But yeah, if any of you guys who weren't wondering about this, the wear time, whether it chips or not, like I said, I've just had relatively, we'll get closer in, sorry, so you guys can see. I'm sorry about my broken nail here. But I've just had a little bit of wear at the tips. But other than that, as you can see, and there's my natural nails underneath, just so you guys can verify. Sorry, it looks kind of gross, but just want you guys to know. Yeah, just had very little wear at the tips. Now I'm going to start pushing my cuticles back. I'm going to actually take this off so I can finally change my nail polish, because I usually change my nail polish pretty much every day. So testing out a nail polish for a week was honestly kind of hard for me, because I wanted to take it off, not because I didn't like it, just because I wanted to change to a different color. But there you guys can see very good results. So highly recommended. Very good. Excited to pick up more shades. Alright, let me know if you guys have tried this out. Have you guys had problems with this? Did you guys have a lot of chipping? If you did have chipping, did you try capping the nails? Like capping your tips? Like really making sure that you get this good on the edges, let it overlap a little so it dries on? Because that's what's going to protect it from chipping in the long run. So let me know what you guys think of this. And if you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. I love it when you guys interact with me. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. Instagram is my favorite social media. I'm pretty active on there almost every day. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can see more videos like this, tutorials, reviews, first impressions, hauls, love haul videos. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.